Hello and welcome to our Sustainable Development and Media Technology course, designed especially for master degree students of Astana IT University, School of Creative Industry. So we right now on the week number 5. Today we will discuss lectures number 13, 14, and 15. And today's our topic is data-driven sustainability. So in this presentation on data-driven sustainability, we will explore how data can be leveraged to address pressing environmental and social issues, focusing on the role of media technology. So basically, you know that right now we live in the world where like data uh, play almost the key role in terms of how we distribute, how we sell, how we interact with different contractors. And here, actually, data can be played also a role, big role in terms of uh, sustainability, how we can achieve some sustainable development goals, how we can help to different variety of SDGs. And here today we will discuss these topics. So mostly we will focus how data-driven sustainability can make more impact in these SDG achievement goals. So let's start. Let's see. Let's talk about the role of data in sustainable development. So, firstly, of course, when we talk about data, we can make the point of perspective from monitoring progress. So, all of the incoming data we can collect, we can monitor, and we can think and analyze how we can use it for greater good. So data provides a framework for tracking progress towards sustainability goals and identifying areas needing improvement. So, for example, right now, in terms of digital government, yes, probably you by yourself, almost each day, you can use eGov, different eGov tools, and it shows you all of the access to data. Right now, even through different banks like Kaspi or Halyk Bank, we can access like e-data, e-government data information because they are connected and linked. And sometimes it's easier to do like only through your smartphone. You don't even need to use computer, laptop, or you don't need to go to like Zone specifically. You just can use your mobile devices to get some different information about you or about something happening like, in terms of government. So monitoring progress here, like when we're sending and receiving data, it's collects in the internet, in the databases, and because of it, uh, because we have this massive amount of data, through it, again, we can monitor progress, what's happens different, what started to be improving, or vice versa, opposite, what started to be worsening. And through this, we can identify and think about how we can change, how we can transform. But for sure, like monitoring progress is a big important part. The next one is resource management. So data helps to optimize resource allocation, reduce waste, and promote efficiency across various sectors. So for sure here, like in terms of resource management, again, if we have cloud, we have data stores where we can save all of this amount of data. Again, here we even if we talk about like just text data in terms of government, in terms of nation, it's like big amount, not like terabytes, even petabytes of data, and it needs to be stored somewhere. But through it, we can understand like, which cases we can reduce waste, in which cases we can promote efficiency, where we need to focus more, and where we need to focus less, like which parts working, which not working, and to it, of course, because if we have a lot of amount of data, we can work with this resource management. The next step is informed decision making. So data supports evidence-based decision making by providing insights into complex environmental and social issues. Here for sure, true understanding of the amount of data that we have, and if we can decipher it, understand it, how to work with it properly, of course, through it comes through decision making. If we understand data, for sure, we can make some steps to improve environment, improve some social issues, improve some steps where we're going like not so good, or we're doing something wrong. And through this, of course, understanding where we need to, again, focus more or focus less. So here decision making is takes the floor, because like more data, more evidence, more understanding, through it we can calculate good true decisions. So for example, adresная справка, address record, probably like in 2 or 4 years before, it was one of the most important document that all of the different organizations, they needed this document. But right now, automatically, all of the information is included in other parts, and we don't need to check. We don't need all of the organizations, they're not asking this information. Or look, for example, in identification number. So this information, like knowing this code, these numbers, almost a lot of different information about you, government can take about you and understand. Like, do you have any penalties? Do you have any like organizations, or where you're working? Do you have mortgage, and so on and so on? Everything linked to your identificational number. And if someone knows it, of course, we have some ethical issues, like is it if your in will get some other people who can harm you, then of course it's not so good. But in general, it's data, it's raw data, and government can use it to process and to understand some decision-making moments. Okay, let's move on. So how we can apply this data collection and monitoring for sustainability, we have different steps, and how it works. Firstly, of course, is data acquisition. So collecting data through different sensors, surveys, or satellite imagery. For example, at the point when we had this flood, Pavatki, in different areas of Kazakhstan, if someone like used satellite imagery more correctly, they will be able to predict where these flood areas can become like more hazardous. But unfortunately, right now, this satellite imagery works not so good in our country. But for sure, we can use it to predict some different harmful environmental issues and problems. Sensors, again, like for example, for sure, each one of you, you pay the rent, you pay different utilities, and through that you can monitor like amount of water you're using, amount of energy you're using, and you can calculate and think, okay, maybe this month is higher than previous. You need to pay more bills, or like where you can reduce energy consumption. So through this different sensor, of course, it's like basic sensors that we use in our real usual life. But we can, if we talk about more international, worldwide, nationwide масштаб. Here, for example, like Sergek, they have visually, they can read all of the information what happens on the road, and they can make some tickets, yes, like strafe for some drivers, but also it collects data, like where the most like traffic jams, like at 2 a.m., for example, at 2 p.m., where we need like make some different pedestrian walks, or where we need to make a road bigger because like traffic there high. So through this, again, comes to our mind decision making. Like before, if we see this information and here we see some problems through acquisition of data, then probably we can make some points, some moments better because of understanding of this data. Okay, firstly, data acquisition. Secondly, is data processing. So cleaning, validating, and organizing raw data to ensure quality. For sure, even like with Sergek, you saw that sometimes, even in some publics, they use it as a meme, as a humor, as jokes, like where when this at the moment of data acquisition, something went wrong. Like camera was capturing wrong numbers, or like information was not corrected. So for sure, we need to process this data to understand, to clean, to validate, and organize this raw data to ensure quality. So again, it will be for us second step in data collection and monitoring for sustainability. Thirdly, what we need to do is to analyze all of this data. The third one is data analysis. So applying statistical and analytical method to extract meaningful insights. So here we need to understand, we need to think, and mostly, for example, right now we're using a lot of AI tools, but still uh, at this point, at the point of data analysis, mostly like human thinking and human brains needed to see like bigger picture and see and understand what's happening. And here, like data analysis, again, a very important step, because if, for example, on the point two, like data processing, we will get some wrong numbers, some incorrect information. On the data analysis step, we can check this information, we can clean it up, we can understand, okay, maybe before we did some mistakes, and we can improve this, we can recheck it, we can organize it again. Okay, the next step is data visualization. So creating visual representation of data to communicate findings effectively. So for sure, when you're working with big amount of data, and mostly if it's like numbers and text and dates and so on, it's just like kilobytes of matrix data. For sure, to proper understanding it, we need some data visualization, like for us to see. Not here, like media technology takes for like through different media technology tools, we can make this data visualization understandable for audience. We can show it, we can highlight some problems, we can show that here we have this problem, here with this have mistakes, here with this going wrong. And through data visualization, we can also show like how we can improve it, how we can help it. So creating visual representations of data to communicate findings effectively is our fourth step, one of the important steps. But for sure, like all of the steps on this data collection and monitoring for sustainability are important. Like step by step, if you start just from data analysis or from data visualization, it will not work. Firstly, data acquisition, then data processing, thirdly, data analysis, and fourth, data visualization. Only after this, we can came to decision making. step where we can solve this problem, where we can use data to improve sustainable development goals. Okay, let's move on. So big data and predictive analytics for sustainability, again, right now is widely used in different fields, not only informational technology, not only in communications, but for spaceships, for even like, again, Sergey is a good big data, data-driven product. And okay, let's divide it step by step. So predicting environmental impacts. So modeling future trends and scenarios to anticipate environmental risks and inform mitigation strategies. So for sure, like example with floods, yes, it's Spavadkami, where I discussed like if we will use satellite imagery more correctly, if we take analysis, take data, like where the areas that flood is mostly like more hazardous rather than other areas. Through this data, we can predict, okay, maybe next year here again will be some flood. A lot of water will be take this territory, and we can predict. We can right before this happens, we can make some decisions, make some steps to not allow this situation to happen again. We can predict it, and for sure right now because we have AI tools, because we have a lot of data, we actually can use it to monitor, to make some predictions, and like 9 out of 10 probably it will work, because again, amount of data and predictive instruments that we have today. The next one is optimizing resource use. So predicting demand patterns and optimizing resource allocation to minimize waste and enhance efficiency. So for sure, like when we talk about big data, we also need to keep in mind that we need to optimize our resources, optimize again resource wasting, energy wasting, and we need to think about this demand patterns, and we can optimize them, because visually probably we will see where we can clean this information, how we can use this information, what kind of steps we can apply. And third one in big data and predictive analytics for sustainability. So we will talk about developing sustainable solutions. So identifying potential solutions to environmental challenges by analyzing large datasets and identifying trends. So again, for sure, right now it works. It works in different fields, in different areas of like manufacturing, on smart cities, on the a lot of fields that we can use, especially IT, innovations, infrastructure, if we talk about sustainable development goals. So here, for sure, we can use these steps and use big data and predictive analytics. And probably it will help us to mitigate strategies, to think about what we can improve, what we can do more further. So as you can see, like big data, the variety of fields like collection, storage, research, analysis, volume visualization, cloud technology, network, like it's applicable to all of the fields, all of the industry patterns. And for us as media technology specialists, as sustainable development goals achievers, for sure we can use big data optimizingly and correctly to improve, to achieve these goals. Okay, the next one, visualization and communication of sustainability data. So for sure, again, if we talk about raw data, it's just numbers, mostly numbers and words, text. But we, using different media technologies, media instruments, we can make it more visible, more understandable through visualizations, through data visualizations. I think in future, mostly like on the next trimester of your education, you will have like advanced visualization for media course, and there you will see that again why it's important and what kind of tools we can use to make this data. So when we talk about visualization, okay, 1 second. So interactive data visualization, it's engaging users through interactive data visualizations that allows exploration and analysis of complex data sets. So here, again, sorry, interactive data visualization, through it, we can see visually key moments, key problems, which we can improve, which we can work on through these data sets. So here, our work as media technology experts comes to mind, comes to work. We need to use different instruments to visualize all of the data that we collected on previous steps. And good point here is infographics and storytelling. So for example, communicating complex data in a clear and engaging way using infographics, visual narratives, and storytelling techniques will for sure help our audience to understand what we want to deliver through this data, what kind of key moments that we need to think about, what the progressive moments that we need to work on. So mostly through infographic, we can use drive attention of our viewers, of our audience. So design, content, okay, here what we have, like some quotes, some graphics, some tables. They don't need to be boring, just number and text. We can use motion design. We can use some infographics, animations, stop motion, GIFs, some character movement animation to create this feeling that this data, this information is important and we need to work to achieve these goals. So for sure, again, our work as media technologists, as media experts, comes to the floor, and here how we can give some good help to sustainable development and storytelling for sure. Like if we talk about different strategies, different ways, different options, how we can help, what kind of steps we can achieve, and what will happen if we will not use these steps. For sure, through storytelling, we can show. For example, a lot of different movies. One of them we will talk about in terms of data, but previously we discussed this, like the Day After Tomorrow film visually showed what will happen if what can be start to work at the moment when oceans will rise. Yes, and visually, like it's a good example of media technology in climate change. Okay, the next is let's see. So how some of the infrastructure manufacturers using data-driven technology in their work. So let's see this video. Let me play it.
Good morning. What's your overall equipment effectiveness like today? I can see the red lights on. The OEE can't be doing that good. What's the story with it? Thanks for the update. Hey, good afternoon. I was curious, what barriers are impacting production today? Ah, hey, thanks for the update. Hey, good afternoon. Do you have any ideas or suggestions that can help us with our output? I like that. Let me go look into that.
The future is bright and robots are cool, but we're not quite there yet. Here's where we're at today.
Okay, so here, as you can see, like they try to visualize through storytelling, like how AI, how data collection goes through this character. Yes, like with this robot, like he asks from different machines, different tools, like he acquires data, what they're doing, what's happening, what's their work. But for sure, like right now, it's not like that. All of the communications go through like processors, through data, through information. But this again, if we talk about storytelling, how it works, how we can talk about it through these elements. But here, I think key points again, what we can achieve for sure, real time data. So it enables many opportunities for sustainability, including, okay, let's see. So in terms of reduce energy consumption, for sure we can improve efficiency again, even at just our homes, because we have sensors, we have data collectors. Each time, like Arek year, you need to pay bills, but through this information, you can see uh, what's your energy waste, how much you take this energy resources, how you can maybe like reduce the waste of energy. And for sure, like um, again, it can be even like in just our usual life in our homes. Uh, Reduce downtime with predictive maintenance. So for sure, like depend on how long our tools, our machines work, we can predict, we can understand is do they need maintenance? Can we change them? Do we need to do some optimization of them? And through these sensors, through this information, again, we can collect this data and understand and work with them more properly. For example, right now I'm thinking about like smart homes, and I want to buy like smart plug, умная розетка, and like smart lights to use energy more efficiently. Because like, for example, my TV, it can work like whole day just showing some like background image, even not working. I just forgot to turn it off. But if, for example, I'll have a smart plug, there, like through my mobile device, through my computer. I just can connect. Even I'm not at home, I can turn it off or turn it on. Again, it's just connection between like Wi-Fi and all these smart things. But for sure, it can help us to reduce their downtime. Okay, what's next? Let's discuss here. Real-time monitoring for quick and effective intervention. When we talk about data-driven sustainability, for sure, real-time, it's a little bit harder rather than like data acquisition. We discussed all of these steps, but through visualization, through data visualization, it will help again. For example, I know that our Akimats, they have special like rooms with this data visualization where they can see like in real time what's happening in the city through these different camera views, through like again Sergex, through other like even like alerting, like ICOMIC service, they alerting, they will have this work in progress for different problems, and they can put it through the city, like where the problematic moments, where like each time power shuts off or shuts down, where like pedestrians walk, like semaphores not lights not working each time, where like after rain, which cities, which streets we have problematic with water drowning. So these key elements, uh, right now, for example, even level of our Akimat, they can collect data at real time because of different cameras and ICOMIC services. And for sure, they can quick and effective intervention. They can quickly resolve these problems through these instruments. Okay, sorry. Let me quickly check what's next. So enhanced collaboration for effective decision making. Again, if we have this kind of like data stores with data visualization, with understanding, data collection in real time, for sure, through these instruments, we can collaborate, we can understand, we can effectively make decision making where we can resolve these problems. And for sure, if we will use mostly visualization, for us it will be easier to understand what steps we can correct, what steps we can take. So yes, visually, data-driven sustainability works in this way. And again, even on the level of Akimats, right now we're using it, but unfortunately, not. For example, like, did you heard about Akkol, smart city? Like whole smart city, they wanted to like pilot project to make it understandable through this data collection and data visualization. I'm not sure about the status right now, what's happening in the city, but let's discuss on our next practice. Okay, so case study and data-driven sustainability initiatives. So for sure, in which cases we can use data-driven sustainability, how we can make these initiatives works more good, more efficiency. So renewable energy. Data-driven optimization of renewable energy systems for increased efficiency and grid stability. Again, if we talk about a referendum, what's happening nowadays in Kazakhstan, they want to build атомную электростанцию. So here we can say at the point it's good in terms of renewable energy, but there, like this data-driven optimization needs to work very efficiently, because if like 0 point some data, we will see that something happens wrong, it will allow to shut it down immediately, and will not happen like some disasters like with Chernobyl. Yes, in Chernobyl, if you check information about it, if you watch it like some films, you'll see that the problem was with data analysis. So at some point, they tried to hide the problem with data, that some of the sensors was not working good. Some of the sensors show that they're big problem, but human problem was not to show it, not to think about it, to hide it. And because of it, right now we have like bigger problem, like uh, Earth level disaster. And for sure, if we will probably more yes rather than no, they will apply, they will build this atom station, but still like in terms of data driven, it's better to if they will use good systems to understand how it works. Okay, the next one is waste management. So smart waste management systems using sensor data to optimize waste collection routes and improve recycling rates. For sure, it's again through data we can understand. So for example, what kind of waste type? Is it plastic? Is it metal? Is it wooden? Like waste? How we can optimize it? What kind of sensor will give us information where we need to work more, where we need to reduce some waste, where we can use it like renewable, recycling these elements. So for sure, it can be good and helpful for us in terms of data-driven sustainability initiatives. And third one is climate change mitigation. So data analysis to understand climate change impacts, develop mitigation strategies, and monitor progress towards targets. So here again, good example like with satellite imagery. Actually, in terms of agricultural works, it also can help through satellites. We can see like which fields air gives us more harvest, which fields are like under floods, where there like some sun or like sand issues or like issues with some insects. Through collecting this data, through understanding how it works, we can solve and make some decisions to improve these moments again. And in terms of climate changing, for sure, like how right now we started to understand that climate changes, it's because of policies like there. You know that right now sea level is higher rather than previous because of like different icebergs and ice policies. They started to melting down, and it increases the level of water in the ocean. And because of it, we have like some big problems that in future will be able to even like destroy the world, destroy the earth. But uh, again, if we will try to develop mitigation strategies to understand how we can resolve these problems, probably uh, we can avoid these moments and these problems. Okay, what's next? So integration of sustainability data into media technology. So how we can make this data-driven sustainability into our own media technology. Well, firstly, it's sustainable media production. So minimizing an environmental footprint of media production through data-driven resource management and recycling initiatives. So for sure, we can work with it, as we discussed previously for Disney's volume virtual studios. It's mostly like, for sure, it's data-driven media production because they're using data. We're using data to visualize all of the environment and so on and so on. And for sure, it helps, it works, and it's a good point to use data-driven sustainability in media technology. The next one is data-driven content creation. So utilizing data to inform and enhance content creation, promoting sustainability narratives and engaging audiences. We can use it again, we can use in our content creation some storylines, storytelling elements from data-driven technology, and probably I'll show you the next example of it, how it can be. And third one is interactive media experiences. So creating interactive media experiences that engage users with sustainability data and promote awareness of environmental issues. So for sure, we can help to understand people visually. Again, data visualization is very important in data-driven sustainability, because if our audience will see only like numbers and words, for them it will be just boring, even if it's like they're like the most important information for their lives, but still, because it's just number and words, for them it will be not understandable. So we, as a media specialist and as media technology experts, we can use different tools to show them good information visually. Visually, they will accept it and understand it more better. Okay, and what if we talk about challenges and limitations of data-driven sustainability? Here, for sure, like data accuracy and reliability. So why we need to analyze, to clean it, to check it, raw data. So right now, we need to ensure data quality, completeness, and reliability. It's actually crucial for effective decision making. Again, if we'll have some wrong data, for us it will be hard to work with it because it's wrong data. Data privacy and security, it's another question. So protecting sensitive data and ensuring responsible data governance is essential to maintain trust and transparency. I think a good case here, like ICAS list, probably you heard about it. It was like data leak of different not so good, let's say that, persons, and how they used different services, actually not so good services. And here, like at some point, we can think that our data is not protected as it needs to be. But in other cases, maybe it can help to solve some problems and some issues. So still we have this question in terms of data privacy and security. And a lot of, I think, it needs to be in work, like ethical questions, ethical moments. And third one is data accessibility and sharing. So making data accessible and sharing it openly can empower collaborative efforts towards sustainability goals. So right now, unfortunately, each government, each state, they're trying not to release their own data because it's sensitive in terms of if like war conflicts or like data informations. We still need to think about it. If you remember, at some point, like eGov, they wanted to work with Sberbank, with Russian company, but thanks to our government, they tried to delay this partnership, because again, if Russian Sberbank will get all of the information through our eGov systems, like all of the Russian government will be able to know all of the details about me, about you, about all of our nation, and for sure it's not so good in terms of government relationship. So data accessibility and sharing still, like in terms of government, yes, for sure, like how it works with eGov and Kaspi Bank and Halyk Bank. But with different countries, here we still have some moments. Okay, as a future of data-driven sustainability, so for sure it's cloud computing. Like all of the data needs to be somewhere in cloud, but still we need to access it. So cloud-based platforms will play a pivotal role in data storage, analysis, and sharing, facilitating collaborative efforts. For sure, artificial intelligence, AI-powered tools will enhance data analysis, predictive modeling, and automation, driven efficiency and innovation. For sure, right now, like AI works very well, and we can use it for us. IoT, Internet of Things, it will enable real-time data collection from various sources, providing a comprehensive understanding of environmental conditions, for sure. And blockchain technology, so blockchain will ensure data integrity, transparency, and traceability, fostering trust and accountability in sustainability initiatives. So right now, blockchain technology works toward these goals, but not so fast as we want. The example I wanted to show is from a movie called Transcendence. Let's watch a trailer of it.
The path to building superintelligence requires us to unlock the most fundamental secrets of the universe.
Intelligent machines will soon allow us to conquer our most intractable challenges,
To develop new methods for the early detection of cancer.
to build a better future for all of us.
Simply put, to save lives.
Once online, its analytical power will be greater than the collective intelligence of every person born in the history of the world.
Professor?
What did you do? Take out the course.
Revolutionary independence from technology, RIFT.
They hit AI labs all over the country.
They're determined to stop any attempt at what you call transcendence.
We're looking at 5 weeks before his system shuts down.
When I'm gone, keep moving forward.
I won't let you go.
We can upload his consciousness. We can save him.
Not like this. If we missed anything, how will you know who you're dealing with? Oh my God.
It's like my mind has been set free. I'm gonna need to expand. I need more power. Get me online.
This is going well. Shut it down.
Shut it down! It's him!
Where are you going?
Everywhere.
Your friends, they don't know the danger.
If she connects to the internet, the first thing it'll do is copy itself. And then there is no taking it down. The real will die. Whatever it is, it's building an army out there.
What is this?
It's evolution.
This isn't evolution. It's an abomination.
What the hell's happening? I'm able to fix them.
This has gone too far, Will.
Stop it!
I don't understand. This is the future.
This is not our future. Evelyn! You're not here with me.
You've changed. Have you fallen out of love with me?
No.
Have you?
If we don't stop him, it will be the end of mankind as we know it.
Yes, firstly, as you can see, they talk about data-driven sustainability, how we can acquire data, how we can work with it, but future on the plot, it started to be some kind of thriller movie, but actually I recommend you to watch it. So again, some questions that they raise in their project is very important and good. We can use it in our work. And again, it's a kind of
The path to building superintelligence.
representation of data-driven technology in media technology. So some conclusions and key takeaways of our lessons. So for sure, data-driven sustainability is crucial for addressing global challenges. Data empowers informed decision-making, facilitates collaboration, and drives innovation, for sure. By harnessing the power of data and technology, we can create a more sustainable future for